It's thigh time break. I mean, I don't know. Is it thigh time, babe?
No, it's Kagurabachi time.
Oh yeah. There are a number of stages to becoming a sorcerer. First, you train to summon spirit energy and circulate it through the body. Next, you use that spirit energy to unleash sorcery. The power you use for sorcery is innate. It dwells in the physical body of the individual. The kind of sorcery you can use is predetermined. Once you learn to unleash it, your intuitive understanding of it deepens gradually. You begin to unravel its mysteries. Why do you gotta use this dude? The freaking dude with the bottom lip thing. Actually, I mean, like he's the guy that's the tutorial here.
Hand over that kid.
In a lineage like the Sazanami clans, your sorcery is inherited. You got 10-to-1 odds that your power will be Issa. And if you ask me, I think spirit energy is already circulating in your body. Next, if you can find how to unleash that spirit energy, no matter how subtle its force, you can hold on to that feeling and learn to wield it. That's when you can truly grasp the intent of the power that resides within you. It's a short training arc for Hakuri here, right? Just a conversation. Like, he didn't even do this yet. And it's just like he remembers all of this and he's using what was said to then implement it with his Isao. Like, what?
Because Hakuri is the GOAT!
Bro, you're the GOAT. I see you, my slime. Bro, you're him. Hemi Neutron. Hemi John. He's him. Nah, he's actually him. Can I get a bucket of your sweat?
These are the lost souls I use on Hakuri. It's not just Isao. There's another power within me.
He does have his own storehouse.
He has his own freaking storehouse. Let's go! Person down in the comment section from last video, you were correct. You look out with this. Let's go, baby.
I'm him.
I'm starting to understand. This can't be. You will inherit this. Soya. Are you sure about that? Once I pass this power on to you, you'll no longer be able to use Sao. He's able to do both. How good is Hakuri? Wow! Aside from the basic movement and barrier sorcery, fundamentally, a person can only wield one type of power. That is, unless you're a genius, like the first patriarch of our lineage. The first patriarch was different. The first patriarch was born with the ability to control both the storehouse and Isao. He was a maverick, unlike anything we have ever seen in the world of sorcery. Not only could he wield two types of power, the sorcery to create the storehouse in subspace was itself heretical. It actually makes so much sense now, actually. Like, the reason why he looked like he was trash is that his power to do the storehouse was probably the more prominent power that was being used. He didn't even realize it though. So him struggling with Isao is just, you know, a byproduct of it, unfortunately, that he couldn't really focus on. He had to know what to do is a thing here. It's interesting. That's what kind of like limited him, technically speaking, but he was actually using both. He just didn't realize it.
Bet his dad's gonna be regretting disowning him now!
Not only could he wield two types of power, the sorcery to create the storehouse in subspace was itself heretical. As a result, the storehouse isn't inherited by blood. Instead, it's passed down through a ceremony. It's a sacred power, and it comes with a price. So it can't be Tenri? Tenri has rare talents, but not like yours. That boy will become the strongest warrior, and you'll be the patriarch, Soya. Do you understand? It's time you heed your station and forget about Hakuri. Do not fixate on that failure. It's failure that he's so enduring. Once you understand your power and learn to intentionally infuse it with spirit energy and command it freely, you'll be a sorcerer.
What's with this?
Hey! Hey, look at this panel! Look at this
panel's so clean!
Bro! He cooking! Let him cook!
Oh my god, Hakuri looks like such a badass and I love it! My boy's grown up!
This is the mark of the steward of the storehouse and the patriarch of the Sazanami lineage. Why does Hakuri have that mask? Does he bear the storehouse within him too? If so, that would also explain how he manifested those tools. A moment ago, he activated Isao, although it was rather weak. Two types of powers? Nonetheless, I believe that one day, it might reemerge in our bloodline. That genius only commanded by The first patriarch? Impossible! Why you? There's no way! You can't do anything! You can barely stand up! Stop it! Just die right now already! You're also barely holding on, big brother. He's all coughing up blood. God dang, ugh, come on, man. Disgusting, sir. Can you say it, not spray it, okay?
You're the one imprisoned in a cage.
Those words made me realize that time with you was a balm to my tortured existence.
You talk with me.
Even if it was all lies. Only I responded better. Only I'd shown you that there was hope outside the cage. Then maybe you wouldn't have chosen death. Sorry. Die! You won't amount to anything! This time, prove it! Why won't you go down? Why won't you die? Because you'd always loved me. The reason he was unable to wield these cells for so long is because he was unconsciously using almost all of his spirit energy to maintain and manage the storehouse. Now that he's aware of it, he's able to focus and unleash spirit energy. So, let's go! He's gone!
That's another
He's gone! Fly away, oh, he's going!
Soya's blasting off again!
And then we're back to Kihiro here. That was fast. And he utilizes the shockwaves for high-speed movements and offense to this extent. A Yui or weak Mei isn't enough to parry. Only one left. I have to end this. Mei, bring it! What's going on? Now! Huh.
Oh no!
Wait! Whoa!
Whoa! Wait! A lot freaking happened in like what?
The power imploded on him. The power imploded. Ew! His eyeball popping out of his head.
That escalated quickly.
Time's up, Father. I'm sorry. Hakuri, let's get to that door. We'll end this together. Well.
Bro.
God.
Bro. That chapter was so freaking good. This was so freaking good. And again, Chihiro was not the center of attention.
No, he was not. Hakuri did it yet again. This man is a genius. He is just too freaking good. And like I said before, the reason why we didn't see him do Isao that much in his training back then, and like we didn't think he can use power, is because all his power was like focusing on just keeping that storehouse alive and open, you know? Mm-hmm. So now that he's aware, like he said in this chapter, he's like, I can do both. I am him. All right? Like the paneling is so clean in this freaking chapter. Like, oh my god, literal moments that have background images right now. Cause like you put it on your phone, like put it on your goddamn screens. Like, man, this dude right here really gave us really good art. He was not playing around here, okay? Because holy moly, donut shop, okay? God, this is literally full on action packed goodness. This man really stepped it up, showed out. He popped out and showed out, you know what I'm saying? Look, he did that Kendrick Lamar freaking bar. He really showed us what this man's capable of when it comes to his art style, when it comes to Hakuri here, and just the level of strength that this man even has. Now, again, going back into the father, I don't know how much they can do. I know he might be, quote-unquote, a pushover. He could be. Who knows? We don't know how strong this man is. He could just not be that great, but he also could be freaking terrifying too. He could also probably be using the ability that Shoujo was giving everyone too. So we don't really know the extent of what he's even capable of, but he is still the last like stand in making this auction still work. And I just know that he's gonna be stupidly disappointed in Hakuri, because all his brothers are pretty much dead, it looks like. Well, no, there's still one on the ground over there that Shiba has.
Yeah.
So he's still good. I mean, we don't really know if
Soya.
Hakuri killed Soya or not. So I mean, he could just be knocked out is the thing. So hard to say though. He could be bleeding out.
Done.
Yeah, Tenry
done. One of the things that I really liked, because based off of the ending of the last chapter, and even before the ending of the last chapter, we knew that like Hakuri was like gonna become like, I guess like OP or whatever to be able to like beat Soya, whether it's a one-time thing or an always thing. I like the fact that there was some background lore when it came to his family that justified his freaking power up.
Yeah,
because
good point.
Because like that is something that I appreciate. Not just Hakuri's just good. He just like his power's just been hidden, and now all of a sudden it just came out in a big like, you know. But it's like no, the reason he hasn't been able to use Iso is because he's been focusing on this, and he actually can use both, just like the first freaking patriarch, and like
you can make like an argument too to go behind that and be like, well, I wish they kind of foreshadowed that a little bit more for Hakuri, yada yada. But actually, funny enough, now I think about it, as I'm saying that, actually rebuttaling my own comment, did we not see this man actually have a mask initially at first? like when you first like saw the dude, if I'm not mistaken. So like I think they already did kind of foreshadow something was up with them from the get-go is the thing here. So actually, never mind, I take that back. So I mean, he did a really good job. What you're saying, like he made logical sense into why he is as strong as he is, and so it doesn't really feel like it's forced, and that is something that you just don't see a lot of times in like shonen manga in general, because like shonen manga be like, knock my power up, oh, I am so much stronger than yesterday, oh, you know, like what do we like, this crap is just it'd be bad sometimes. There's no explanation. This has a proper explanation, and it just elevates the story even further. So I honestly, round of applause, because that's not easy to do. He didn't do that. At the end of the day, like I said, I mean, the father could have something up his sleeve. There has to be something. I feel like there has to be something else. There's no way he's gonna be on that freaking pedestal, sitting there just out here butt naked, and like doing nothing. There's got to be something else that he can actually like do or get somebody to help with. So that's my only thought process with it. Because I don't think it's gonna be that simple. It never is that simple. When it comes to Hiro, his life is never simple. Okay, so I highly doubt that's the case here. But this was an amazing chapter. God dang it. So what do you got? What do you got?
One more thing that like, I guess it's like two theories that I have. One, or like questions, I guess, not necessarily theories, but like questions. Like, is it possible that Hakuri's storehouse is connected to his father's storehouse? That's a thing, and maybe that's like a way that they can kind of get everybody out of the storehouse. I don't know.
Yeah, he have kind of his own pocket space of his own storehouse, but it's also still interconnected with his father, which is very possible given that, you know, they are family. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case here.
And my other theory, what if his father knew that Hakuri was like the first patriarch? And because if you think about it, when Hakuri got to the age where like he's supposed to like learn Iso and stuff like that, his father just said, nope, no more training for you. Like, why would he just all of a sudden say like, yeah, no training for you, instead of like, if he's like the first patriarch, or like, you know, if there's like any hint of that, especially since I think there hasn't been anyone in his lineage that wasn't able to use Iso or something like that. So like it makes me wonder. It makes me wonder that he was just like, no, I don't want Hakuri to like, you know, because maybe he wanted Soya to be it, or like, you know, he didn't want to be like, I don't know, overthrown by Hakuri because Hakuri is more goated than he is. I don't know.
He could just try to be suppressing his abilities because he probably didn't like his own son. Maybe there's something else about him that he just didn't like or something. So I mean, it could be anything because this father is trash. So I'm not gonna kill you right now. I'm gonna toy with my food, man. I'm gonna let you foster some form of ability so then I can take your storehouse, build it with my storehouse, and then have a two-story storehouse that can hold other storehouses inside storehouses. You know, I don't know, guy. He's the patriarch. I'm gonna take his whole patriarch ability. I can now do Uso. Like, you know, you never know. All right, look, this man could be concocting some other ridiculous plan. Who knows? It's hard to tell, man. With that all being said, what are you giving this rating for Kagurabachi?
Part of me wants to give it a 9.5, but I feel like that's giving it a lot. Because
it is up to you.
This was yeah, I'm gonna go with a 9.5. This was probably my favorite chapter. This was my favorite chapter. I freaking love this chapter. It was
and there's other chapters that are also our favorite that got that kind of high of a rating as well. But I give this a 9 out of 10 for me. Another really good chapter for Kagurabachi this week. I thoroughly enjoyed this. He's just cooking every time. Like, I'm looking forward to next week because this man just keeps going. He just keeps going. So leave it in the comments below of what you would rate this week's Kagurabachi chapter, and also tell me what your thoughts are in the comments because I like to know. Let's talk some Kagurabachi. Also helps out with the algorithm if you like and comment, because if you do that, brings more Kagurabachi fans to over in the goddamn break room. All right, get into this goddamn room, this storehouse right now, and subscribe. Yeah. Is that everything? No, it's not, because I also freaking stream too. So I stream this over here on twitch.tv/Thabreakmaster every goddamn Tuesday. So don't forget it. I will catch y'all in the next one. Until then, people, break out. There are already messing up. Oh boy, it's about to
Dang. On the first word. On the first word.